Hey, what's up everyone? I am back today to bring you all another recap. Today on week 18 of the NFL season, kicking it off with the Saturday games, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Chiefs, they won this game 31-13 to lock up the first overall seed in the AFC. They head into the playoffs with a 14-3 record, while Vegas closes its season at 6-11. In a game that decided the AFC South crown, Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars came through against the Titans, beating them 20-16. Jacksonville, they moved to 9-8 with a home playoff game coming up, while the Titans season ends at 7-10. Moving to the 1 o'clock Sunday games, the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, they won this game 28-14, but narrowly missed the playoff race with a 9-8 record after Miami beat New York. Cleveland, they finished their season at 7-10. The Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals, they wrapped up the AFC North crown and a home field game with a 12-4 record, while the Ravens find themselves in the wild card round at 10-7. The Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. The Bears, they got the number 1 overall draft pick, losing this game 29-13, which takes the Vikings to 13-4 on the season and the Bears to 3-14. The worst overall record in the entire National Football League. The New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, they won this game 35-23 to eliminate the Patriots and end their rival season with an 8-9 record. The Bills, they go to 13-3. The New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, they got themselves into the playoffs, winning this game 11-6, taking them to a 9-8 overall record, and the Jets to an overall record of 7-10. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. The Bucs playoff spot is all wrapped up, so this game didn't really matter, but the Falcons won it 30-17, taking them to 7-10 on the year, and the Bucs to 8-9 ahead of a huge Monday Night Football wild card game against the Dallas Cowboys. The Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. In a meaningless game, the Panthers got the win 10-7 to take both of these teams to 7-10 to end their year. The Houston Texans lost the number 1 draft pick in another meaningless game, beating the Colts 32-31. The Texans go to 3-13-1, while Indy goes to 4-12-1. The Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco, they continue to pour on dominance, winning with Big Cock Brock again, 38-13, sending them to a 13-4 record and the second overall seed in the NFC, and Arizona to a 4-13 record with a fired head coach and in search of a new general manager. Now, the Dallas Cowboys played at the Washington Commanders, and while it did not mean much for Washington, they still went out and beat the Cowboys 26-6 in a big rivalry game. Washington ends their year 8-1, and the Cowboys find themselves as the 5th seed in the NFC with a 12-5 record. The Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. In an overtime thriller, the Seahawks pulled through 19-16 to help punch their ticket to the playoffs. Seahawks, they are the 7th seed. They got a 9-8 record, and while the defending Super Bowl champions, they fall far short of the playoffs with a 5-12 record. The New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly, they locked up the number 1 overall seed in the NFC, beating New York 22-16 to take themselves to a 14-3 record and end the Giants season at 9-7-1. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Denver Broncos. LA dropped one to Denver, losing 31-28 with their 10-7 record. Their playoff spot is still secured. In the Broncos' first season with Russell Wilson, they rode to a 5-12 record and a fired head coach. And last but not least, a travesty on Sunday Night Football, the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. And the Packers, they blew it again this season in what could be Rodgers' final game as a Packers. You see, I already have his jersey hung in the rafters with his potentially final game as a Packer. All the playoff hope on the line. brought this season back from 4-8. The Packers, they lost 20-16 to end their season. Detroit, they go to 9-8, while Green Bay, they finish at 8-9. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this Week 18 recap of the NFL season. I'll see you all soon to break down all of the big things that have taken place over the past week. And until then, peace.